And now we're on to chapter 12, which is another big map. Uh-oh. So let's see. Okay, that's not that bad. 14, that's still kind of bad. Plus if there's any EXs, which there might be. And there's another manifest thing, so I gotta keep that in mind. So let's start. Let's see. We still haven't been an hour in. We'll take our first break after the first 5 in chapter 12. Because it seems like that's a break point. Alright, so at least 8,000 damage and cast an ult. And ooh, we get to play as Hershur still. Yeah. What was it? Hershur of Reason, I believe it is. Far East border, a few weeks ago. Cocolia stood alone at the rooftop of a skyscraper and looked down at the urban nightscape. The meeting should have started 10 minutes ago, but he was not here yet. She told herself to be patient. A soldier must find the perfect opportunity to strike. The door suddenly opened. I'm glad you're here. You're late, Grey Serpent. You owe me an explanation. Forgive me, Cocolia. I was delayed by some personal matters. The serpent has a message for you. What does the serpent demand? Open the eye of the deep. I know you can bring the deep under your control. The deep is a classified secret of her organization. Cocolia was surprised that the Grey Serpent knew it. She hid her surprise and tried to maintain her air in the negotiation. The eye? What are you planning? Open the way to the Sea of Quanta and free our kin. I can deploy my forces to the deep, but the eye is beyond my power. Only the Sovereign and his most trusted retainers know how to open that portal. I heard Einstein performed a secret experiment on the eye a year ago. And I trust you to figure out what exactly happened. Understood. One thing though, Einstein has no love for me. I may need your help when the time comes. With pleasure. And I need to borrow something from you. What? The Gem of Desire. That doesn't come cheap, mind you. I didn't come empty-handed. You'll have the promised payment after it's done. Your precious Seele volere. Though years have passed, Cocolia's heart still missed a beat when she heard the name. Every syllable dealt a merciless blow to her heart. Yes, she's still around. The X10 project simply sent her to a dimension we cannot reach. Scratch our backs, and we'll scratch yours. The Sea of Quanta, present moment. The barrier created... The barrier created by Welta was fading away. Bronya had entered the Sea of Quanta. Bronya must find Seele and the gem before the serpent does. Bronya. Identify yourself. The strange voice sounded familiar for some reason. Bronya looked around but found that the sound came from the glowing core on her chest. Well done. The core of reason has accepted you. Mr. Welt! Bronya is pleased that you are alright. Not exactly alright. This is the most I can do for now. I can only talk to you because you've become one with the core. Try to maintain this form. Dr. Einstein may have a solution to solve this. The situation in the Sea of Quanta has grown worse. I sense the barrier disintegrating. It's the Gem of Desire. Its powers are breaking the barrier apart. The serpent also desires the gem. We won't be able to stop it if it succeeds. We must act now. The serpent is still hiding. This means it has yet to take the gem. Go, Bronya. My powers are scattered in a myriad of bubble universes. Gather them to enhance your core. The odds are against us, but we have no choice. The serpent desires the gem. Bronya might meet Seele, currently held prisoner by the serpent. Bronya shall free Seele from the bubble universes. Now we really get to play as Bronya. One ult. Okay. If I even get that much energy. Holy crap, that's a lot of energy. Oh, looks like there's a path. Alright, we got an ult. That's pretty damn cool, not gonna lie. It's a very cool and also weird ult. And it's dead. Seele. The Bronya will take you home. Where am I? A few weeks ago, Cocolia secretly came to a city perching at the Far East border. She secretly met with Grace Serpent, a mysterious man who works for the World Serpent. Grace Serpent wanted Cocolia to find a means to of activating the Eye of the Deep and give them the Gem of Desire. In return, World Serpent promised to find her long-lost daughter, Seele Valeria. Having incorporated the core of reason, Bronya heard whispers from Welt Yang's residual mind in the core. Welt once lost his body in the Second Honkai War. Bronya felt confident that Einstein could figure out a way to save him, but Welt was far more concerned with the serpent's whereabouts in the Sea of Quanta. Alright. Okay, we need a Seele and clear the stage quickly. Alright. Where am I? You can talk. Who are you? I am Sakura. And you are? Can you remember your name? I am Seele. Seele? It's alright. I won't hurt you. I just have a question. Have you seen a girl in this? Have you seen the girl in this hologram? The strange girl took off her pendant and created a holographic projection. It was a hologram of two girls. One of them appeared to be Sakura. The other girl looked extremely like Sakura in appearance and age. I've never seen her before. You've never seen her? That makes no sense. She should be locked here as well. Can you remember if anyone recently arrived or was taken away from this place? Please, I must find her. Seele has no idea where she is, or why she's there. Sakura's questioning stressed Seele. The little girl could only curl up in fright. Sakura realized what she had done and spoke in a much softer tone. Don't be afraid. I mean you no harm. What have they done to you? How many innocent children have they taken? Sorry, Seele. I shouldn't keep asking you like this. Come with me, I'll help you leave this place. Sakura extended her hand to Seele. She moved gently and tried to not startle Seele again. She lifted Seele up from the floor and led her out of the cell. This is... The structure and layout seem familiar. Is this a prison? No, it's a base. Oh, so you finally woke up? What happened? Why are we here? You know what happened. Your defiance cost us the core. You were trying to hurt Bronya. I won't let you. Alright, my dear host, you'll take the lead. But what's your plan? We can't escape the Sea of Quanta without the Serpent's help. It feels strange. What do you mean? We were drifting in the void before we met her. This place feels different. It's like the worlds we traveled through with Bronya. It's like a bubble universe. You're right. We didn't get drowned in the sea. Instead, we ended up in yet another bubble universe. Which means there still has to be a way out. Bronya did manage to escape. Bronya must be looking for me right now. We can't just wait here. We need to find Bronya. Anyway, we need to figure out what this bubble is. Sakura? Shh. Sakura signaled Seele to be quiet. She stood by a corner and carefully studied the patrolling mechs. Not now. We wait here. She's watching the guards. She's definitely not from this base. Did she sneak in? Where are we going? Around the guards to the elevator and enter the archives. I need to look into something. They're moving. Let's go. Follow me closely and stay in the shadows. Okay. I'll be careful. Oh, can't go that way. Beep boop. Maybe this way? Maybe this way? No, not this way. Okay. Looks like nobody saw us. Let's go upstairs. Okay, Sakura. So you found a new sis pretty fast. Why trust her? Just look at those ears. Is she even human? We'll figure out what happened in this bubble universe to get our answer. We should just head to the archive too. It might tell us something about this place. Alrighty. After being consumed by the serpent's shadow, Seele woke up in a strange base. This place seems more like a bubble universe instead of the void she had been drifting in. Everything in this bubble universe seemed strange to Seele. Determined to find Bronya, Seele tried to find a way out. A warrior named Sakura woke Seele. Seele had never seen this strange girl with bizarre animal ears before, and she was a little frightened, but Sakura turned out to be rather friendly. It seemed that Sakura broke into this base to look for someone. Wishing to find out more about this bubble universe, Seele decided to join her. The archive is on this floor. Wait here and don't move around. The way is guarded. There is no way to avoid them. What do we do? I have an idea. Stay low and follow me. Warning. Restricted area. Authorized personnel only. Sakura. ID number CM004. Verifying. Clearance granted. Good evening, Moth. Moth? We captured an escaped test subject. Sakura patted Seele on the shoulder. The young girl knowingly lowered her head. She wouldn't talk. Dr. MEI told me to check the archives to locate her floor and cell. Access denied. You have no archive access privileges. Plan B it is then. Her lightning-fast slash cleaved the mech in half. Time to do this the hard way. Get behind me, Seele. I can fight too. So I have to use an ult. These enemies look dangerous. Stay away from them. These mechs are rude. At least in this chapter I get to use a character I'm used to. Do. Say hello to Nyx. Oh, ran out just too early. But it still shouldn't be too much of a problem. And... ow! Rude. Your power, Seele. Is it a stigma? Stigma? You knew about them? Excuse me, I'm just a bit surprised. Don't worry, you have an amazing power. You did nothing wrong. No one should lock you in here. She seems surprised when she mentioned stigmata. Interesting. Just walking around. I assume this is the archive? We made it. The system is checking personal traffic. This might take a while. We'll have to wait. That's a lot of files. Do you know how to operate these terminals? I think it's like reading a book, right? Well, let's hope you don't mess up any, my dear host. I'll do my best. Moth MAHS 1104. It worked! I accessed a log file. The 11th Hershare proved to be far more destructive than we expected. The moth who chases the flame suffered grievous losses. We lost too many mantises and couldn't maintain our combat formations anymore. Surviving mantises were deployed to various moth squads until we get new recruits. Hopefully the mantises will blend in with the non-augmented soldiers. Humanity's worst enemy is our gates, but we're still bickering about with each other. How ironic. Fortunately, most people accepted their proposal. The new recruits are doing great and will be ready for combat soon enough. I trust that the new mantises will lead us to victory. The moth who chases the flame? I remember Max mentioning this name. They called Sakura a moth. Shouldn't they be one on the same side? Why would she break in? Looks like this world suffered even more from the Honkai. Sakura must have her reasons. It might have something to do with the girl she's looking for. We should just ask her. Seele returned to Sakura and found her staring at the Sakura pendant she held. Sakura looked up as though she noticed Seele's gaze. What is it, Seele? Nothing. It seems like you knew this place inside out. Are you worried? Don't be. I was a moth, but they are now my enemies. I won't harm you, and I won't bring you back to that place. The girl you are looking for, is she family? She is my younger sister, and my only family. Her name is Rin. Like you, she was imprisoned here. Moth locked her up, but she's innocent. That's why you're here. She was supposed to be in the same cell as you, but you're the only one there. I should have asked earlier, but what's your story? Let's try to learn about each other. While you were passed out, you kept mumbling a name. Bronya, right? Who is she? Bronya is my sis, my family too. She's the most important one to me. She's strong and sweet like you. She cared for me and always stood up for me. I'll forget my troubles when she's around. Where is she now? We were separated. Bronya is outside. She's definitely worried about me right now. I can't just wait here. I must get out of here and find her. Bronya has always protected me. But I don't want to be her burden anymore. She will never treat you like one. You're definitely not a burden. Not her burden. Sakura responded quite strongly to Seele's words. The girl stood up and looked at her. She pinned the Sakura pendant back on her chest, and it glistened brightly. I will help you leave this place, Seele. The moth imprisoned too many innocent children like you and Rin. You're supposed to be free. It's dangerous outside. Once we get out, I'll take you to our home. We can then find your Bronya together. Bronya. She spoke carefully, hoping to gain Seele's trust. Oh, and sakura flowers. Have you seen a sakura tree before? Have you seen a sakura tree before? Sakura? I've only read about them. There are sakura trees in the town square near my home. They're blooming in spring and shower the place with pink petals. This suffering world hardly has any heartwarming sights anymore. Rin really loves sakura trees, and I believe you'll like them too. So let's escape together, alright? The results are out. Rin was transferred to 33F underground. We should go. Sakura looks cold and detached, but I can feel her kind and gentle heart. She's almost like Bronya. Poor Seele. Oops, jeez, that camera went all over the place. Nope. Wait for me, Seele. Not good. Triple has found us. Okay, hello. Give up now, Sakura. Who in the hell are you? When questioned by the mech patrols, Sakura revealed her identity, a warrior of the moth who chases the flame. Moths. An organization that fights against the Honkai. Seele was confused. This huge military base belonged to the moths? Why would Sakura fight against her allies? And who might she be looking for? Base database revealed that this world has suffered 11 Honkai eruption events, worse than the 11th Herrscher devastated humanity's last anti-Honkai organization. While humanity stood at the brink of extinction, discontent had begun to spread within the moths. Sakura was looking for the girl in the picture. Her name was Rin, and Sakura's sister and only family. Rin was imprisoned by moths for some reason, leading to Sakura's intent to rebel against the moths. Sakura met Seele by accident. Sakura decided to bring Seele out of this place as the young girl reminded the warrior of her own sister. I don't think we're in the Quanta Sea anymore. To retrieve the Gem of Desire, the Hyperion crew planned to enter the Sea of Quanta through the Eye of the Deep. On the eve of the operation, Einstein was mysteriously assaulted and went missing. To recover the gem, Bronya dived into the Sea of Quanta right before the portal closed. While Teresa and the others were still caught in the chaos of the deep. The deep, outside the Sea of Quanta. Lilia, watch Rosa 6. Stay frosty. I'm not detecting any more unknown hostiles, but the Honkai are still attacking. Teresa, Bronya jumped into the Sea of Quanta. Why? Why would she do that? The hole closed. She can't come back anymore. Calm down, Rosa. Bronya does not act on impulse. There must be a good reason. The eye has already closed. We need to control the battlefield and then try to contact her. Teresa is right, Rosa. I'm worried about Bronya, but we need to get rid of the enemies first. You're right. We can't fight. We shall fight. We can't let the Makusha baby us all the time. Come on, Lily. Let's protect Makusha and Teresa together. I can defend myself. These kids have calmed down. They should be able to handle the Honkai beasts. Please, be safe, Bronya. Time for an all-out war. I haven't used these two sisters very much yet, so let's see how they play out. I think I own one of them now. That was pretty cool. No pun intended. It's a long walk back up, huh? And there seems to be a lot of shaking going on. It's a little worrying. Alright, that seemed not that difficult. The deep upper zone. Space-time curvature has been reset. Honkai level is now 0. The eye has closed. What? Bronya! Kokoli's heart sank as Brionya's comm signals were cut. She jumped into the sea. What a brave girl. Grey Serpent, why did you open the eye on your own? Opening the eye was part of the deal. I simply chose the right timing. You dragged Bronya into this. She wasn't a part of the deal. It's you who brought her in. Your clumsy security didn't keep Einstein out. She should have been the only one going inside. Our deal is over if anything happens to Bronya. That's not how you do business. Unfortunately, she lacks Seele's immense resistance. The sea isn't exactly an enjoyable place. I can only pray that your sovereign would save her life. Do you think that I'm joking, Worm? Cocolia drew her pistol and held it against the back of Gray's serpent's head. And what are you doing this time? I'll say it one more time. I want Bronya returned without harm. Cocolia, we both know who you are. We stop at nothing to get what we want. That's why I was so impressed by your improvisation. You provoked the rebel in Bronya and maneuvered her to enter the sea instead of Einstein. You convinced me that you're the one we're looking for. Please don't tell me I'm mistaken. Masatsuka lied to Bronya. Bronya used to trust Masatsuka most. You're wrong, Snake. We're different. You can finish your deal in hell. Hell. Guess who is going to hell now? Well, everything seems to be going bad. You shouldn't make deals with the serpent. At the other side of the eye, Theresa and the Olivarians continued to fight the Honkai while Cocolia confronted the Grey Serpent over Bronya's leap into the eye. Negotiations broke down. Cocolia pointed her gun at the Grey Serpent. There was a gunshot. Cocolia fell to the ground. She looked back in surprise, only to find another Grey Serpent. Alright, last part in this first act. One Theresa and one ult. Okay. Alright. Another Grey Serpent appeared, a perfect mirror image of the other. The two gazed at the fallen Cocolia in perfect synchronicity, as though they shared the same mind. You disappoint me. You allowed foolish animal instinct to get the better of you. We're different. Did you even hear yourself? What? A gunshot? What happened? It's Matushka? Grey Serpent? Why is he here? Miss Theresa, gratitude for your hospitality aboard the Hyperion. I hope you still remember me. Our deal is not done yet. There are two of them? Whoa, these guys are twins too? Rosa, Lily, run! Natasha, are you alright? We're here to save you! Cocolia, do you know why we left you alive? Because I want you to pay for your choice. It will be worse than death, I guarantee that. The World Serpent does not tolerate betrayal. The two Grey Serpents moved in sync and took out injectors from their pockets. They then pressed the injector needles against their necks. What? What are they up to? They pulled the trigger and emptied the liquid contents into their bodies. Their bodies inflated rapidly like a balloon. Then metallic cyborgs instantly turned into a giant covered in magenta and cyan-colored carapace. No one would have known that they were two cyborgs known as the Grey Serpent. How did the Grey Serpent turn into a Honkai beast? Hey, Honkai beasts and twins, they're ripping off the vodka girls! Rosa Idiaka, this isn't the time for your nonsense. I guess it's time to check out what the Jackal made for us. And how it does in the field. Alright. These things quite have a lot of health. Oh jeez. Well, that was a little scary. That's impossible. How did they retain their human thoughts after the transformation? And it's moving with human intelligence and agility. I've never seen anything like this before. The relentless trains forced the giant beasts into a gradual retreat. Something feels wrong. Despite human intelligence, they're just two Emperor-class beasts. Up against a legendary S-rank Valkyrie with strong support. He must have something up his sleeve. Gotta get the kids out of here. Rosaria, Lily, leave them to me. You girls are to bring Kokolia to safety. Rosa, let's get out of here. No, I'm staying to help. This guy ambushed Matushka and hurt her bad. The rest is right. Run, Rosa. I don't really like hurting my own kind. I'm definitely not your kind. Try a better pickup line, you worm. Remember the process that saved both you and your sister from death? I used the same tech to turn into this. What? Testing on you and other subjects helped us optimize the formula for creating a human Honkai chimera. Your foolish Matsuka thought she could get shot. She got the better end of the deal. I won't let you talk about Matsuka this way. Calm down, Rosa. He's trying to anger you. Before Theresa could finish her words, the twin Honkai leapt into the air. With unbelievable speed, the twin Honkai fused in midair and stretched out his arms and grabbed the girl. Rosa, be careful! Lilia pushed Rosalia to the aside with her entire might, but found herself captured by the fused beast. Let go of me. I've caught the wrong one. No matter. It will make no difference. Time for a snack. Take a deep breath now. Because it's going to be your last. People need to stop dying. The presence of two gray serpents was surprising. Both of them then injected strange agents into their bodies and transformed into Honkai beasts. The horror did not stop there. The gray serpent's monster's form caught Lilia and devoured her, changing its appearance almost at once. Yeah, seriously. I mean, like, this... After, like, chapter 7, the whole game became Despair Arc. Discretion is better than valor. Secrecy is also a useful skill. But you've made a fatal error, Einstein. This planet is out of safe places. Where am I? A dizzy Einstein struggled to get back on her feet. Looks like I'm still in the deep. My attacker didn't kill me. Perhaps I'm still of some use. You finally woke up. Who's there? The voice came from outside the door. Wary, Einstein took a look and found someone outside the room. Her eyes adjusted to the dim light and gave her a clearer look at the stranger's face. What she saw rendered her speechless. I wish I could see that precious look on your face. Schrödinger? Why are you here? Didn't you? Bad case of energy imbalance, lost of physical form, and vanished into the unknown? Indeed, that accident destabilized my physical existence and transformed me into a quantum entity. For decades, I was kept on the other side of the door, We've been looking for you, but you left no trace. I've seen familiar faces on the other side, but now I'm sure they're not the people I used to know. In layman's terms, I fell to the bottom of the Sea of Quanta. It's a blank, empty world. I managed to get out, but I lost my beacon to return to this world. And then you activated that device. The device being the Eye of the Deep. I have no idea what you did. You were the only one I knew amongst these people. Ambient energy levels is now off the charts. Even in my bubble universe, I knew something was wrong. All of these energies came from a single point that I can't approach. It's the Gem of Desire. Someone touched it. What exactly happened in the sea? Tell me what you know. Let's talk along the way. The indicator light turned green and the door opened. Our conversation will take a while. Lily. Lilia. Do you regret this, Rosalia? You delivered her into my hands. Give Lily back to me. Good. Get angry. Let it take over. Give in to the beast within you. You will taste even better than Lilia. I'll just take all of these little ulti orbs. Almost broken its armor, come on now. Rosa, calm down now. He's trying to make you angry on purpose. But, Lily, Lily isn't talking to me anymore. Zalia gazed at the giant beast with despair. It only unleashed a feral growl. I like this sound. Click clack. Something clacking and slowly falling into the abyss. You maniac! A vortex of change tore through the air, forcing the enemy to back off. Your strikes are weak, Theresa. I guess you don't want to harm Blue. Of course. You're a school principal and she's just an innocent young girl. The Grey Serpent spoke in a cruel, sadistic tone that pierced the truth of the matter. The girls dared not attack for fear of injuring Lilia within the beast. Every passing moment pushed Lilia into greater danger. Theresa suffered from the same. The activated Honkai genes rolled away at her consciousness. Desires for blood and destruction clouded her mind. Senses became heightened. Minor cuts caused extreme pain. But it also enabled her to detect something she wouldn't normally notice. It didn't come from her arms, but the chains twisted around them. The twin should twist around them. The change of Judah sent irregular vibrations to her body. What is this? A Titan landed right in front of Rosalia and deployed its shield. Cocolia's weak voice could be heard over the comlinks. She was gravely wounded and could hardly keep herself standing. Theresa. Cocolia? This mech won't last. Take Rosa to safety. I'll try to buy some time. No, wait! We had our differences, but I am begging you, please save her. No, Cocolia, I'm not just saving her. I'm saving both of them. The blue Asuka smashed one of the titans into pieces. But dark chains sprung out from the debris and fastened themselves around the beast. Rosa, calm down and listen to me. What is it, Teresa? You have a keener sense of smell. You must have smelt her. Lily is still around. What? It's very faint, but she's calling out for us for help. Oh, it's true. It's so light, but only Lily has this sweet scent. That monster is emitting Lily's scent. I got it. I know where Lily is. Gray serpent swallowed Lilia, but could not incorporate her quickly enough. We must cut the monster open and free her. Right. Time to chop this freak into 1,000,001 pieces. Calm down, girl. We only have one shot before Lilia is lost forever. Listen carefully to what I say. We're doing this together. I will keep him busy and immobilize him. You'll locate where Lilia is when he stops moving. You'll deliver a precise cut to open up its carapace and matrix. What? I can't do that. I'm only good at breaking up things. Being precise is Lily's role. Rosa, you're the only one that's connected to Lily's heart and soul. Aren't you and Lily the best partners? Have faith in yourself, because Lilia trusts you. But... Alright. Let's get her back, Teresa. Dark chains danced around Teresa, whose eyes shone like the setting sun. Warning. Active element level critical. A cold voice whispered in her ears, reminding her of a potential fatal choice to make. But she made up her mind. The stage is set. Time to shine, Rosa. This is the performance of your life. Level 4 restrictions lifted. Blood Knight, if you hadn't shown everything you've got, now is the time. You shall not lose. Alrighty. And now I'm very worried that, you know, the rest is gonna die. Stop! Everyone stop dying for 1 second. And that's everything? Teresa and Rosalia sensed that Lilia was still alive inside the monster. The monster may have swallowed Lilia, but failed to incorporate her. Perhaps it's due to Lilia's incomplete surgical augmentations. This was the girl's last chance to save the younger Olenivin. I'm bad at saying their last name. Einstein once warned Teresa that unblocking Blood Knight Phase 3 was risky, and reaching Phase 5 may have disastrous consequences. Both of them knew what choice Teresa would make. At this very moment, Blood Knight gave way to the Twilight Paladin. Alright, one Teresa, one ult. Alright. Did I have another weapon for her yet? No, okay. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to remove, I meant to just go back. Okay. Let us continue. Crimson blood gave way to dark twilight like a bleeding sun fleeing before the ebon night. Blood Knight Moonlight finally assumed its true form. What is this? You've never seen this before, right? Looks like you need an intel update. Excuse me, pardon me. Thank you. Wow, this is way stronger. Holy crap. Well, that went quick. Teresa clenched her chains to rein the monster in. I gotta create an opening for Rosa. Almost there. The pitch black chains leaped, twisted, and danced back and forth. The Solidium links groaned and screeched on the verge of breaking. The monster was finally bound. It worked! It's been stopped! Rosa, now! No one has my back. I'm feeling a teeny too nervous without Lily around. Just a teeny weeny. Teresa's fighting. I'm not sure if I can do this. We only have one chance. My tail couldn't stop shaking. But I'm doing this no matter what. Bronya would never hesitate if Seele, and I'm definitely not losing her to her. Lily and I are meant to be together forever. Rosalia opened her eyes with determination. It was her time. Rosa, now! I'm coming. Rosa began to run. She leapt over the chains and debris and dashed right towards the trapped beast. Lilia's voice flowed like a stream into her heart. Sleeping Beauty, help me now! Lily, come back! I'll be lonely without you! She lifted the greatsword to strike the monster with all of her might. This isn't the end of me. The monster suddenly broke free from the chains and swung its giant right arm at the girl. No! Rosa! His attack missed. The fist glanced off her blade and missed her by a hair's breadth before viciously deflecting. I knew you would ambush me! Rosalia had seen Lilia retaliate against her enemies in numerous battles, and now Lilia's signature move would carry Rosalia's through. I'll turn you into stardust! Rise up and shine. Teresa, Natsuka, I did it! Lily's fine! Good job, Rosa. Now get away from there! You lost, Grey Serpent. No more tricks. This wasn't expected. I underestimated you, Teresa. Well, this isn't over yet. After spitting out his last words, Grey Serpent's broken body exploded and turned into ashes. Did he just self-destruct? Who the hell is he? It appears problems have been solved in my absence. Oh, Dr. Einstein! Madam Teresa, I'm sorry for making you worried. Einstein? Kokolia, there's quite a few businesses to settle after this. Be glad we're in the same boat right now. Hand over the command of your forces in the deep. I need them to stop the Skishel Valkyries. I understand. It's mutually beneficial. I beg you, Professor. I'll let your daughters tend to you. We'll take over from there. Events in the Sea of Quanta may be worse than I thought. Things seem... It's like an equal. It's not good, it's not bad. Teresa and Rosalia rescued Lilia after a titanic struggle. Schrödinger also saved Einstein, and the two professors arrived on the scene. The battle at the Eye of the Deep finally ended, but the war was far from over. Man, I cannot read today. Kevin, That's enough, Sakura. Step aside, Kevin. I know what I'm doing. I know too. That's why I'm stopping you. Stop now before it's too late, Sakura. You're turning yourself against humanity. Against humanity? Rin is innocent. She didn't do anything. You have no right to treat her as a danger, nor lock her up. We have detected unique Honkai energy signatures inside her. She's the 12th. That is a fact. What can a Honkai signature tell us? We're a mantis fighting for humanity, but we've also have Honkai genes. Rin did not exhibit any traits. She is under control. She won't hurt anyone. You can't just take away her life and freedom like this. I know how you feel, Sakura. But the power of the 11th Herrscher was a nightmare. We never knew that until it hit us. We can't risk this again. I know Rin is different, but we need to keep her under surveillance. Trust Dr. May. She knows what to do. I've never doubted Dr. May, but I distrust the moth who chases the flames. Kevin, you know they see us as something else. I can stomach that. But now Rin is in their hands, and I can't stand idle. Stand aside! Sakura, Moth needs you. We need you. I'm not going to hurt you, but I can't let you pass. Kevin, we have fought alongside each other for a while, but you have no idea what I'm really capable of. Her katana gave a chilling sheen while his greatsword erupted in flame. Time seemed to freeze. The silver-haired soldier walked slowly to his targets, with blazing sword in hand. 1 step, 2 steps, and then they disappeared. What? He turned around instinctively and saw that his targets were already behind him. They kept running without looking back. It was then when the alarm went off. An attack alarm? No, it wasn't them. This came from other floors. Curses. Kevin, where are you? I need to deploy you right now. May, what's going on? The Herrscher has awakened. He didn't follow us. Was it because of the alarm? I don't know what happened, but it definitely helped. Sakura, watch out! I'd hate to fade them head on. Zombies, why are they here? Excuse me, I would like you to die now. Excuse me, no. Excuse me, I need you to die as well. These zombies used to be base personnel. What happened? What's going on? My powers, it's getting out of control. What's wrong, Seele? No. No. Save me, Bronya. Well, this seems bad. I mean, nothing good happens in the nothing good has happened in the story in a while, so it's not that it shouldn't be that surprising. Moth Warrior Kevin told Seele the reason behind Rin's captivity. Herrscher level readings were detected on the young girl. She was confirmed as the 12th Herrscher. But oddly enough, this Herrscher did not show any signs of malice or hatred towards humanity, and did not resist the moths when they captured her. Seele thought the fight between Sakura and Kevin was inevitable, but Sakura drew her katana and Seele was surprised to realize that they had reappeared before Kevin. She felt nothing at that instant. The next thing she knew, that she was dashing along the corridor with Sakura dragging her. Maybe the Mantis warrior Sakura had secret powers that no one else knew about. One Sakura and an ult. You got it. Absolutely. Seele. Ow. Seele v Seele, let's go. Ow. I don't like whatever that is. Jesus. This seems very bad.
Beyond justice.
Where do you keep going, Nyx? And now it's just Nyx versus Nyx. Well, apparently that's all you need to defeat her, is herself. Uh-oh. Okay. Seele, wake up! Seele! Sakura? Oh, what happened to me? It's okay now. You're alright. What did Seele do? Your stigmata was acting strangely. It might be caused by the zombie outbreak. It's fine now. We're safe. I lost control of myself again? Seele, don't feel guilty about your power. It's a part of you. But I'm not as strong as you. Seele drooped her head in frustration, but felt something warm. It was Sakura's soothing hand. This isn't about being strong or weak. Everyone has something to protect. Even the weakest may value something and won't give it up without a fight. You probably thought about doing whatever you can to save it. That thought alone can make you strong. Or are you thinking about the same when protecting Rin? I believe all siblings do that. I'll keep this in mind. What was that? The stigmata went out of control. Even I couldn't stop it. What's in this place that frightens you so? I don't know, but it feels terrifying.
き急に
I felt a sudden surge of unbelievable fury and sorrow.
この世界の泡
What's wrong with this bubble universe? Well, that seems real bad. But as I've said, nothing seems good in this place. So it shouldn't be surprising. Seele was always fearful of the stigmata she was born with, and this fear prevented her from mastering her innate powers. Every time she tried to use the powers, her stigmata alter ego would take over her mind and body. But even the alter ego failed to control the stigmata's outburst in this instance. An unknown force, like a demon whispering in her ears, quickly took over. Yep, got that team all set up. Attention, all units. Zombies have entered 34F. System will initiate quarantine protocol in 5 seconds. All non-combat personnel shall enter shelter facilities at once and avoid contact with the wounded.
ゾンビが増えてきているみたいです
There are more and more of zombies?
地下31
Or
階
31.
33
2 floors away from 33. Come on, move faster! Hello. Man, I can't even turn the camera around. I hate this. I'm also moving very slow for some reason. Okay.
Beyond the justice
And time to finish you off. That weapon for Thressa feels very powerful. Sakura, we've reached 33F. Look at all this blood.
ゼル
Stay safe, Seele. I must find Rin.
あの子連れ戻った
We'll leave as soon as I find her. Sakura dashed along the corridor. The intensifying alarm kept rattling her nerves. No.
もっと早く
Don't tell me I'm too late. Where are you, Rin? There. 769, 767.
767
Rin's room is up ahead. Rin, I'm here. The cell was unlocked. Sakura charged in. And there in the room, her eyes searched for a familiar face. This seems bad. More zombies has appeared as Sakura and Seele went deeper into the base. Though the moth who chases flames may be the world's largest anti-Honkai organization, zombies had overrun its base. Sakura broke into a run. She was not expecting the nightmare that awaited her in the darkness. No death, one ultimate, and that's it? Okay. The air smelt of spilled blood. Sakura's eyes widened. The sight burned a mark in her memories. No! Why? She's... Seele muffled her mouth and tried hard to swallow that cruel word. But they still found a way to her shivering voice. Why did this happen? Who did this? The cuts and wounds testified the final moments of despair and terror of the young girl. Who would do such a diabolical thing? But it no longer mattered. Nothing was left in this place except for evidence of malice. Footsteps approached. Monsters lurking in the dark stalked their prey. The zombies are behind us, Sakura! We're in. If only I was a bit faster. She can't hear anything. It's useless. She needs time. I'll buy her some time. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. I was expecting her to just be the Hersher, not to be dead. That's for sure. Oh, I thought that was all of them. Man, you guys just do not quit, do you? Fiery flames came swirling in, reducing every zombie to dust that scattered into the air. A silver-haired warrior stood in the heart of his firestorm. Kevin's gaze swept across Seele and filled her heart with fear. But Seele was not his target. Having defeated every zombie, Kevin extinguished the firestorm. He walked up to the two girls. Sakura. She did not answer. Like her recently deceased sister, Sakura's heart was swallowed by the abyss. Shock, denial, rage, or tears. He thought about a million possibilities. But Sakura simply sat there, drowning in the nightmare of her reality and refusing to wake. He shook his head and connected to the comm channels. May, this is Kevin. The zombies at 33F have been neutralized. Good job. We have purged the zombies of every level as well. Did you detect anything from the Hersher host? Nothing. I won't call off the alarm yet. Stay alert. Reinforcements are on the way. Roger that. What are you going to do? Please don't hurt Sakura. She just wanted to protect her sister. Her sister was innocent. Power of the 12th manifested in the form of an airborne contagion. Soldiers in the base murdered her without orders, which therefore activated her Hersher powers. She was the cause of the zombie outbreak. Sakura was wrong. Rin turned out to be an actual Hersher. Sakura will be held responsible for the break-in. But Rin never wanted to do this. If the soldiers didn't kill her, none of this would have happened. Even if we stop the soldiers, something else will eventually bring her to the breaking point. Her fate was sealed the moment the Honkai made her its Hersher. This is the enemy we fight. This is the Honkai. Anger flashed in Kevin's eyes. Mantis clenched his fist tightly. He tried to speak calmly, but his quaking body betrayed his pain and fury. Kevin, can you hear me? Bad news. The Hersher survived. What? The base system was attacked by an unknown virus. Our defense programs are down. Every facility and mech is under its control. It's now breaking into the launch system of our missile silos. Hold on, I'll be right with you. The 12th Hersher is a sentient virus. The true form, the Hersher of corruption. Comm system is down. What happened? Why are the doors shut? Take Sakura somewhere safe. The Hersher is still on the attack.
リンは
Rin
まだ生きている
is still alive. Her voice froze in the air. Sakura stood up and gazed at Kevin with her vacant eyes.
ケビン
Kevin, where is she?
あの子に
Sakura, what are you trying to do?
あの子に
I'm going to find
会い
her.
に行く
You're out of your mind. She isn't Rin anymore.
桜お姉ちゃん
Don't go, Sakura.
ゼ
Seele.
そこは危険です
It's dangerous. You might.
ル危険だから
This is why I must go. Don't stop me.
まだリンは
Rin must be very lonely right now. She fears being alone.
あの子には
She needs me.
わら
Seele became silent. Sirens, gunfire, and explosions created a cacophony. Seele knew it was a one-way trip for Sakura, but she couldn't say no. She couldn't find any reason to stop her. Let me go with you.
でも一緒
Stop this. Rin is already dead. Please stop, Sakura.
ゼール
Seele, I'm sorry. Sakura drew her blade and froze the space-time fabric. She granted herself a few seconds of serenity. She was the only one who could move freely in this world without light.
わらわたちの旅
I
は
must leave you here,
ここまで
she whispered as she dashed past Seele.
ゼーレが姉君
I pray you find Bronya. Yeah, things just went from bad to worse, it appears. The warrior found the mangled corpse of her sister in a cell at 33F. Moth soldiers took matter into their hands and murdered the girl before Kevin could stop Sakura. No one knew what Rin went through. But when Rin died, her body erupted into a dense cloud of infectious virus that turned her murderers into zombies. Rin was the 12th Hersher of corruption. Just when everyone believed the crisis was finally over, every electronic and mechanical system was suddenly infected as well. That innocent girl had turned into a vengeful Hersher who unleashed a contagion capable of controlling inanimate objects as well. Everyone believed so, except for one girl. She disappeared in front of Kevin and Seele. She would fight to restore her future that had died before her. What happened? Where's Sakura?
彼女は
She's gone.
彼女を助け
We must go help her. She's in danger.
いや
There's no need for that. Kevin, I made it. The quarantine program trapped the Hersher in the mainframe. I'll try to transfer her to the black box. Kevin, what's wrong? Can you hear me?
ごめんメイ
Sorry, May.
少し時間が欲しい
Can you give me a few more moments?
野暮用ができた
I have something to take care of. Oh no.
それと
Kevin and
ゼー
Seele.
レか
She laid amidst the metal debris like a... She laid amidst the metal debris like a flower blooming in endless ruins. Her treasured pendant had withered along with her. Sakura! Nah, Nat!
ケビン
Kevin,
なんちゅう
I knew you were
話なん
right.
だ
メイが律者を封印し
May
て
had sealed the Hersher.
最後
He told me that the Hersher behaved
原因不明の乱れ
aberrantly
が
in its
彼女
final
を見ていた
moments.
その機会を
May didn't
彼
miss the
女は見逃さ
opportunity.
なかった
ああそれで
Thank you, Kevin.
リンと共に
I was with her.
最後の
You're
一
still
生を
my
過ごせ
sis
た
till the very end.
姉としての
I'm
誇
proud
りを
to be her sister.
守れ。
君は最後まで後悔して
You
ない
regret nothing, Sakura.
それ
You've
で
done
十
your
分
best. She smiled. She seemed to smile as her life ebbed from her eyes. Maybe she saw something that only she could see.
ケビン
Kevin,
一
one
つ
last thing. A favor, please. I'm listening.
聞いてる
ゼーレを
Seele, take her to our
彼女
home.
を桜の咲く
Town
広場
square
に
with the
連れて行
sakura
く
trees.
頑張ってみるよ
I will try. Sakura?
ゼーレ
Seele, don't be sad.
悲しむどうすることも
There are
できない
things beyond our power.
しかし
But
汝には
if you have someone to
守りたい
protect
相手がいる汝とそ
when
の
you
ものが
stand with her
共に
under the sakura
咲
trees,
くこの世界は
you'll find the world is still
相変わ
beautiful,
らず美しいと汝の世
and
界
you'll
に
know
は
there's still hope.
まだ希
for
望
your
がある
world.
と
The final embers of life left her eyes with the last words. The bubble slowly extinguished with the life of the mantis. Sakura! Sakura! Her gentle sobs faded into darkness and left nothing but silence.
ヘクトールは王国が陥落することを知っていて
Hector knew Troy would
アキレウスも
fall,
自分が
while
死に
Achilles
向
knew
かってい
death
ることを
was
理解した
foretold.
しかし
Yet both
二人は
warriors
後
stepped
ろを
into
振り返
battle,
ることなく
just as fearless and bold.
この最初から悲劇だ
There
と
was no
決まっていた
escape,
物語
but their courage only grew.
だ彼らがそうあった
True heroes they were,
僕たちも
and
そう
we
だ
shall be too. Huh? Who said that?
彼女の遺体を
I brought her remains back to her home.
し
When
かし
I arrived,
僕が目にしたの
there
は
was nothing but an irradiated wasteland.
律者は地下
The
の格
Hershey
納庫を
did
掌
break
握
into
し
the
て
silos and destroy the 3 remaining human cities.
人類僕は
I stood in the
灰と
ruins of
化
the
した広場
square.
にいた僕の目には
There was nothing.
一
Not
片
even
の
a single
桜も
petal.
映らなかった
燃え尽きた大地に立ち
On the scorched land,
僕は彼
I
女
made a promise to
すべての
her,
人々にそ
to
う約
everyone,
束したどんな対
no
価を
matter
支
what
払
it
おうとも
takes.
必ず人類
Humanity
を
shall
崩壊に
defeat
立たせると
Honkai. You are the serpent. You created this bubble universe.
それは僕の記憶で
It's my memories
僕が果たせなかっ
and
た
promises I failed to fulfill.
仲間との思い出
Memories of my friends.
託された思い
They will,
みんなと
the
約束
will
した
I've inherited, and the future I promised to make.
それはまるで
These visions haunt me
夢
every day.
幻のようにまるで
They remind me of the fact that the Honkai destroyed humanity in my era.
人類が
Humanity
によって滅亡
destroyed by the Honkai?
その人から
Step away from that man, Seele! A roaring bike tore through the space-time fabric. The rider then maneuvered the vehicle between the two. Bronya?
ゼーレ
Bronya is glad that Seele is
で
alright.
すねベルトさん
Mr. Welt, is this man the serpent?
彼の本当の
This is
姿
the first time I saw his true form,
でもその気
but
配
his aura matches what I sensed in the Sea
俺
of
が両者
Quanta.
の海で
また会ったね
We've met again, Her Sure Reason, and
そ
her
の後
successor.
継者
俺に話しかけている
He is talking to me.
彼に
And he sensed my presence?
君を崩壊の使徒だと
I
思う
thought you were an apostle of the
あ
Honkai.
の迷宮で僕
The maze revealed to me your past.
君の意志は嘘
Your
だ
intentions are true. You did fight for humanity despite being a Hersher.
だから
So I helped that girl and hoped that she would bring you to me.
僕崩壊に対抗す
The
る
Honkai is our common enemy.
僕たちに
We do not wish to fight you.
あなたをここから出す
Speak all you want. We will not let you escape this place.
君に僕が止められ
You
る
think you can stop me? A dark tide gushed through the fissures and covered the man. It twisted like an amorphous monster. Energy gathered in Kevin's palm and condensed into an emerald-like gem.
あれは
Is it
さやジム
the Gem of Desire?
僕はこの海で
I've slept in the sea for 1500 years.
この1500年
For
間
15 centuries, the Honkai ravaged my home while I drowned in past memories, powerless to do anything.
でも今こそ
But the serpent shall return.
君たちが受け入れる
I shall fulfill my duties, whether you accept it or not. Well, this seems bad.
ダメ
Time to beat up a bunch of Honkai, I guess. Time for you to die. And that should be the last one. Bronya will not allow this. Azura hover guns blasted the area, ripping quantum shadows to threads. Bronya rode the roiling tide of shadows and charged towards the silver-haired man. But her attack was foiled. You crossed one bubble universe after another. Now you're finally here, and all worn out. Your body is lagging behind your will. Do not hurt her! Walt pounced at the gem, only to be knocked aside by an invisible force. The enemy remained motionless, but crushing blows rained down from all directions. You reconstructed your body with your Herrscher powers to protect the girl. You've grown stronger. What can you do with your broken body? I see great potential in you, and the two girls. The World Serpent needs people like you. You will never agree with your ideals. I don't need an answer now. You'll come around someday. You have my respect. I'm glad to know that there are still heroes and visionaries fighting for humanity in this era. But you are like naive children, unaware of that your ideals will kill you. You know nothing about the Honkai. I shall lead humanity to fulfill the true destiny of the pioneer. We shall meet again in the real world. Well, this seems bad. I was figuring with the Herrscher core that she'd be basically unstoppable, but I guess another Herrscher core is better? I don't know. World Serpent. He remembers memories of friends, the will he inherited, and the future he promised to make. None of it was fulfilled. Kevin Castellana, hero of a previous era, and bearer of its final hopes, and the true leader of the World Serpent. Welt, hidden within the Herrscher core, instantly manifested his physical form and stopped Kevin's attack at the nick of time. Welt reconstituted himself in such a manner years ago, but the amount of time and energy spent was nothing compared to this moment. But the most shocking thing was Kevin's calmness upon seeing this. Bronya! Bronya! Bronya was in pain. She tried to stand, but blood flowed from her lips. It wasn't just the battle wounds. Her body was afflicted by something more fatal. Her sure core was eating away at her from within. Space is crumbling. This isn't looking good. The huge rocks floating in the air suddenly shattered and collapsed, separating Welt from the two girls. The rocks tumbled, splintering, dissolved, and melted into the fathomless darkness. A figure suddenly appeared from this dark tide. Einstein, I've located them. Bronya, can you hear me? Dr. Einstein. Doctor, we failed. The serpent took the gem and left the sea. That's enough. I've activated the eye. Return to real space through the nearest channel. Mr. Welt is still alive, but he is too far away. Gochum. You should leave now. I'll have someone cover his retreat. Quick, you must survive. Time to bust some heads. And dead. Oh, okay. That's simple, huh? One day I'll have the Hersher reason in my collection. Talk about fast movement, holy crap. I was not expecting that. Warning. Oh, it's dead. Grab Brionya's hand tightly. We will be leaving soon. Seele. Bronya, shall fulfill her promise. I know you will. I will go home with you, Bronya. We'll be together forever. Bronya promised you to take you away from the Sea of Quanta. Alright, let's claim all of these rewards. The serpent could not be stopped. Kevin escaped the Sea of Quanta with the Gem of Desire. With Schrodinger's help, Einstein found the girls. They must now escape the roiling sea with their lives. Alright. Surging, crushing, pouring, and roaring. Space groaned like a roiling sea that swallowed everything in sight.
ちゃん、ブローニャお姉ち
何をしてるのよ。気がおかしくなった。扉はもう開かないわ。もう助けられない。
ブローニャお姉ちゃん、行かない。セールは行かない。
もういいのよ。
一緒に海に行くって約束したのに。動いてよ。このあくびはまだ。もう一人の私、セーレと一緒にずっと私たちを守ってくれたお姉ちゃんを助けに行こ
ほんと仕方ないわね。行きましょう。
一緒にお姉ちゃんを助けに。お姉ちゃん、お姉ちゃん、ブローニャお姉ちゃん。セーレなのですか？ブローニャお姉ちゃん、もう二度と離れ離れにはならないから。
This game is way too fucking cool. It's way cooler than it deserves to be. Why is it not just a fucking anime? God damn. Holy shit. Oh, okay, final mission. That's a good enough team. Fuck.
Bronya. Bronya. Bronya お姉ちゃん。
Seele, where are we?
ここは現実だよ。
This is the real world.
現実。
The real world?
ブローニャお姉ちゃん。
We're finally back, Bronya. Seele. Bronya, are you okay? The door was kicked open and an excited Rosa leapt into the room. She flung herself at Bronya and embraced her with all of her strength. Bronya, you idiot! Why did you jump into the sea? You got us all worried! Bronya? What's wrong, Bronya? Are you hurt? Rosa, you idiot! Your brooch is hurting her. I'm glad you girls look so energetic. An angry Einstein walked in and tried to set the crooked door upright. Seele, take these two away. I need to talk to Bronya in private. Our patient needs some peace and quiet to recover. Alright. Rosa, Lily, Let's go.
ブロー
Rest well, Bronya. We'll be back soon.
ニャロザリアは
We shall not bring Rosa next time. Peace returned to the room after Seele and Lilia dragged a reluctant Rosalia away.
ブローニャ
You must be filled with many questions, Bronya.
博士
Dr. Einstein, what happened after that? Bronya could not remember anything after we left the sea.
漁師の
ゼーレが君を助け
Seele saved you and brought you back to real space. We then defeated Skishal forces.
一段落ついた
The dust has settled for now. We're safe here.
では
What about the serpent?
逃げましたか
Did he escape?
デザイアジェムの力を使って
He did, with the power of the gem.
その位置は見
We
当
couldn't
もつかない
locate him. I'm afraid he's in real space as
もう
well.
現実に来ている
すみません
I'm sorry.
どうして謝る
Why apologize?
ブローニャは
Bronya failed to stop him. Bronya failed at everything.
ブロ
自分を責めるな
Don't blame yourself. It isn't your fault.
力の差があまり
He's
に
way
も激しい
beyond us. We lost the very moment he laid his hand on the gem of desire.
ベルトも
Well, Kokolia and I are responsible
そして
for
僕
this.
もでも
Not
君はい
you.
いんだ君はベルトと
You
ゼーレを
saved
助けた
Welt and Seele.
生きて帰
And you
ってこ
came
られ
back
た
in one piece. That's what
それ
matters.
こそがありがとう
Thank you, Bronya.
ベルトさんは生きている
Is Mr. Welt still alive?
ああ
Yes.
君のおかげで
Thanks to
命
you.
が助け
では
And
カリア
Muskochka.
お母さん
彼女は僕たちに拘束
We have
され
arrested her.
敵との3つ
Colluding with enemies, betraying classified data, attacking fellow AE members, unauthorized experiments. You must pay for what she did. She did not contest these accusations. It's going to be a while before the Hyperion reaches Salt Lake Base. You can see her if you want.
カカリア
Motokoshika Kokolia.
ブローニャ
Bronya. I'm glad you're fine.
彼らは
What will they do to you?
アインシュタインがいろいろ
Einstein has told you everything, I guess.
知らないわ
I don't know what will happen, and I don't care. No one cares for the defeated.
ブローニャは
Bronya cares.
安心して
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
こういう非常事態
In times like these, even a traitor is too much of a hassle.
もしかし
Who
たら
knows, perhaps they'll give me a chance to redeem myself.
でも
But you girls have to take care of the orphanage from now on.
ブローニャが
Bronya shall care for everyone
守
then.
ります
いいえブローニャ
No, Bronya,
あなた
not
だけ
just
じゃ
you.
ないわあなたたちよ
I meant for all four of you.
ロザリアとリリアは
Rosa
優しい
and Lily
心
are
の持ち
kind,
主でみんなを
always trying to make
笑顔にする
people
ことばか
style,
り
but
考
they
え
are
るけど
young. They have a lot to learn.
ゼーレは面倒見が良く
Seele is
器用
caring
だけ
and
ど
capable, but
気が
she can be
弱くて
weak and
自分の考えを
indecisive at
貫
times.
けない一面そしてあなたは
And you have
全
always
てを自分の責
trying
任
to do
だと
everything.
考えあなたはいつも一人で
You
背負おう
walk
とする
alone with your eyes set on the
前
horizon,
だけを見てい
but
て
you forget about your
そばにいる
friends
人たち
walking
の
by your
ことを
side.
彼女たちはあなた
They
の
love you
こと
and
が
look
大
up
好
to
きだ
you.
からあなたには
You have what it takes to band them together. Remember and
だ
wait.
からたまに振り
Remember
向いて
to wait and
彼女
help
たちの
them.
こともみんなが一緒にいる
Always
とこ
where
ろが
everyone is
あな
around.
たのいい
お母様
You never said anything
そ
like
の
this
ような言
to
葉
us
は
before, Matushka.
どうして
Why?
そう
Indeed. I should have said this
今まで
earlier.
どうしてでしょうね
Why didn't I?
わからないわ
I don't
本当
know.
に
I really don't.
この数十年
I've done many
いろんなことを
things,
してきた
even things that I'm not
その
proud
中
of,
には過ちもた
and
く
things
さ
that
ん
I
ある
regret.
後悔しても一つだけ
But I'll never
後
regret
悔
one
してい
thing
な
I
いことが
did,
あるのそれは
and that's bringing you back from the Siberian
シベリ
tundra.
アの雪原
in
で
the
あなたを
spring
連れ
of
帰った
2012.
ことよブローニャ
I'm
あ
proud
な
of
た
you,
は私
Bronya.
の誇りよ
Far East border, a few days later.
ベルトさん
Mr. Welt, Reunite does not understand what you said.
君が持っていた方が
I'm saying you should
よ
keep
り
it.
その力を発揮でき
It
る
will
と
be more powerful in your hands. The black core hovered above Welt's palm and illuminated Brionia's face with its gentle glow.
律者コアは
Being the sovereign doesn't require the core.
力は
Power must be handed to someone with better potential. Mr. Welt wore plenty of bandages beneath his shirt. Brionia saw Dr. Einstein talking with him at the medical bay, but didn't know what they were talking about.
どうしてブロー
Why
ニャ
Brionia? There might be someone better.
ヨアヒムが君を
Because Joachim chose you.
漁師の海で
You proved yourself in
君
the
が
Sea of
自分を証
Quanta.
明した
でも
But Bronya was defeated.
ブローニャは
負けたかどうかは
That depends on how you define the meaning of being defeated.
俺にとって
You'll never lose if you stay true to who you truly are.
負けではない。今すぐ答え
You
なく
don't have to give me an answer now.
もう少し考え
Just
て
keep it in mind. Ask yourself what you really want.
受け入れてくれるなら
You accept. I shall personally teach you how to utilize the core.
君に教
わかりました。
Understood. Seibu.
ありがとうございます。
Mr.
ベ
Welt.
ルトさん。
Leonia!
君の仲間が君
Your
を
friends are looking for you. We will talk about this later.
ではブローニャ
Goodbye, Bronya. Your journey has just begun.
ブローニャ
Leonia?
ベルトと
What are you talking about with Mr. Welt?
まさか
Is he making you the next sovereign?
にするブローニャ姉さんも
Will you become the next
ベ
Welt?
ルト在地
Welt Sayak? That's a man's name.
何を妄想しているんで
That
すか
will be enough.
ブローニャの名前
Bronya shall not get a new name. Bronya shall be
ブ
Bronya.
ロー
Such a downer. I thought I could sponge off Sovereign Zayak in the future.
そうい
Anyway, Lily and I are going to gonna be Theresa's sidekicks.
えばテレサちゃんが
Yeah,
崩壊獣の
Theresa will teach us how to control the Honkai inside us. She says we have potential, but just haven't had any professional training yet.
断ろうと思ったけど
I wanted to say no, but the desserts on the Hyperion are just too yummy.
砂糖とクリームが
I never even had cakes with sugar and cream before. It's awesome.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん
Leonia, I will join the Hyperion too.
アインシュタイン博士がゼーレ
Dr. Einstein seems to be interested in my stigmata.
って言ってね
She wants to take a closer look at it.
それもいいな
I can finally join you on the missions.
これ
Bronya shall introduce you to everyone.
孤児院の子たちは
Dr. Einstein will be moving kids at the orphanage to Salt Lake
し
Base.
ばらくは
I heard it's pretty safe there.
基地にいるもう少ししたら
Rosa and I will be
私もロザリアも
there to help out
手伝いに行く
eventually.
ただ
But Sinmo,
マールはあいつがいないと正直
it feels kind of lonely without her. Rising sun coated the peaceful sea with a splendid sheen, posing a picture of serenity and tranquility. But they shall not forget the eventful night in the enraged sea. A night of reunion, farewell, departure, and return. Everything happened in a wink of an eye, and didn't even leave the slightest trace.
いろいろあって
Many things happened. Both Anti-Entropy and Saint Freya will be busy for a while. We can't simply rely on the grown-ups. We need to work hard too.
未来は
I wonder,
どんな風に
what will the
なるんだろう
future be like?
まだ遠い先のことだけ
It
ど
seems far away, but feels pretty close as well.
未来は子供たちのもの
Theresa said the future is for the children.
明日が良くなる
A
と
better future will never come if the children don't believe in it.
これは彼女が
That's why she started Saint Freya.
テレサちゃんは
Eh,
難しいこと
why does Theresa always talk like a grown-up?
本当に
Is
私
she really our age?
おそらく
Niet.
でもその意味はわかる
But I think I know what she's talking about.
未来は
The future depends on us, right? Nah. Well,
今日は
I guess we can play today and start working tomorrow, right?
ロザリア
Rosa.
やっぱり
I knew it.
遊ぼう遊ぼう何して遊ぼうかしらブローニャが決めて
今日は4人もいますからかくれんぼにしましょう